Welcome to the bonus live because Julia Wandelt is in court. Yes, the liar, the fraud, the con known as Julia Wandelt. Her case has started. We're on the coffee. So we'll have a look, see what's going on. We'll see what stories we can find around the internet, see what's going on. Try and keep you all up to date with everything. For some reason, I thought it was starting October the 2nd, so I got that totally wrong. So that was a bit strange. But here we are. We got there. But as you all know, Julia Wandelt apparently full on cuckoo nest. Started to make out that she was Madeline McCann, started lying to people, defrauding people, claiming money that she was someone. We meet again, Slim. Yes, we got the bonus because the court case actually started. But yeah, she was actually sort of lying to people, saying that she was Madeline, taking money, claiming funds through fraud. Surprised they're not throwing all that at her, but you know, this is more to do with actually what she was doing, as you may recollect, with the McCanns with regards to stalking, etc. But we'll go through some of the reports that are coming up or being written because they've been up for like 3 minutes. I'm straight on it. But we'll see what's going on. See what's going on around the world. And this is the report's only been up 4 minutes. I'm straight on it. What we know is Julia Wandelt goes on trial accused of stalking Madeline McCann's family. Yep. Because she was even stalking Emily and Sean. Yes, she was. Just the McCanns? Nope. All 4 of them. This is how twisted she is. And she actually went on court with Karen Spragg. But she, for some reason, got out on bail, whereas Julia Wandelt was deemed to be a bit more of a threat. So they basically kept her locked up. And she's been locked up since February, I believe. I think it's February, correct me wrong in the chat. But yeah, she was banged up in February. And basically she's been there until today to start the court case. Maybe because she thought she might fly back to Poland or something, who knows. But I'm hoping it's got to come out that she is not Madeline McCann, because they've done DNA, they're claiming all this with the eyes, the date of birth. I mean, there's so many debunks, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely crazy. But, you know, what can I say? Let's have a look. The trial of 2 women, like I say, the other one is Karen Spragg, and it is obviously Julia Wandelt, accused of stalking the family of Madeline McCann, got underway literally today, the 6th of October. Prosecutors began setting out their case to the jury at Leicester Crown Court, describing the unimaginable trauma that the McCann family have been put through. Julia Wandelt, 23, from Poland, who has publicly claimed to be Madeline, has denied stalking the missing girl's parents and siblings. Bearing in mind, like, she's denied, but there is absolutely loads of evidence. I mean, why she's denying it, I don't know. She should have just pleaded guilty. But for some reason, she's pleaded not guilty. I mean, it's all part of her delusion. I mean, she thinks she's Madeline McCann, for crying out loud. This is how Fruit Loop she is. I mean, she's that far gone. You just couldn't make it up. You could not make it up. But nonetheless, it is what it is. She's an absolute Fruit Loop. Let's go through this. Don't want me that big. Have me that big. That's better. There you go. And you see the top of the Karen Spragg's head there. She is the lady number 2. The defendant is accused of causing serious alarm or distress to the family between June 2022 and February 2025. So that's over a 3-year period. A court previously heard how Wandelt is accused of making calls, leaving voicemails, and sending a letter and WhatsApp messages to Kate and Gerry McCann, as well as sending Sean and Emily McCann Instagram messages. So she didn't hold back. She literally done everything. This is Karen Spragg that she actually believes Julia Wandelt. There's a few like that. Let's just say they're a little unstable, shall we? Meanwhile, Karen Spragg, 60, from Cardiff, is alleged by prosecutors to have made calls, sent letters and attended the home address of Mr. and Mrs. McCann. Who actually goes round to someone else's address? Who does that? Terrible. Spragg has also denied the charge of stalking involving serious alarm or distress. Wandelt from Lubin in southwest Poland claimed to be the missing girl on Instagram in 2023, but DNA test said she was Polish. There you go, literally. DNA says she's Polish and she wants to claim that she's Madeleine McCann still. I mean, how cuckoo nest do you want to be? Literally, the DNA test proves she was Polish. And there's been, I think, maybe 3 different DNA tests done now. Because on Instagram, there's a gentleman posting saying that apparently he organised to have one done. Then there was a lady and, So you have all these DNA tests, but that's it, mate. There seems to be no end to the McCann saga. That's what I mean. I mean, just when you think like you couldn't get any worse in life, like you losing your daughter, you got a Fruit Loop claiming to be your daughter, even though DNA has proved that she's like near enough 100% Polish, but I think it was Lithuanian and Romanian as well in there. So I don't know what the purpose of this is in the world of Julia Wandelt. I don't know what she's trying to get from it. She must be that sad in her life. She's gone full on cuckoo and now wants to think that, yeah, I am Julia, I am Madeleine McCann, even though my DNA proves I'm not. Even though my DNA proves I'm not. She is alleged to have attended the McCann family home in Leicestershire on 2nd of May and the 2nd of December last year, according to a previous court appearance, and she was arrested, if you remember, at Bristol Airport in February. And obviously I've done videos about that, like you do. Wandelt went viral online in October 2023. So we're talking over two and a half years later. After posting from an Instagram account called I Am Madeleine McCann and making several media appearances, including on US talk show Dr. Phil, to discuss her claims of being Madeleine. Yes, and the Dr. Phil, I've done a body language type scenario on that, and because watching her, my word, she's all over the place. I don't get what her plan is for this. I don't understand why she's trying to say. A guy said that he discovered the site of the burial about a year ago. Everyone seems to be cashing in on the story. Yeah, there's a few that say this, that and everything else, and it's getting a bit messy, and you know, there's no answer. This is a bit like Jack the Ripper, isn't it? Literally like who. Anyone can say anything. There's always going to be someone who's a little bit gullible that believes someone when they're just talking out their backside, like Julia Wandelt. There's a few on like Facebook and that, and they start like defending Julia like their life depends on it, going, I believe that you're Madeleine. Like, DNA proves that she's not. And here, you may need reminding what happened to Madeleine. Disappeared in 2007 from Praia da Luz in Portugal, where she was on holiday with Kate and Gerry McCann, her parents, who left the then 3-year-old and her younger twin siblings asleep in their apartment. Her parents were dining nearby on the complex with friends and taking turns to check on all their sleeping children every half an hour, so they say. Madeleine's disappearance sparked worldwide attention and remains one of the world's most famous cases of a missing child. A police investigation, Operation Grange, well, what's that done, has been ongoing since then, and as of May 2024, has cost £13.2 million. I mean, where would that money go, really? What has it done? After the disappearance, Portuguese detectives made Maddie McCann's parents both arguidos, or suspects, in their daughter's disappearance, and that status was eventually lifted, and Portuguese police later apologised to the couple. And then obviously they go on about Christian Bruckner, the 43-year-old German, who's a bit of a Fruit Loop in his own right, but I don't actually genuinely believe this man's got anything to do with it. He could end up being a scapegoat, so you're going to have to be careful. But he was made a suspect by Portuguese authorities in 2022. He has been charged with 3 counts of RAPE and 2 charges of child sex abuse unrelated to Maddeline's disappearance. So he's got the pedigree. So, you know, to pin it on someone like that. And then obviously it goes on here to say, like, who is Kate, etc. But who in their right mind goes around stalking someone when they've lost their daughter? I mean, she's literally lost the plot. You have to let me know what you think in the comments. But this different article says Polish woman who claimed to be Maddie McCann stalked missing girl's parents. A Polish national who has falsely claimed to be Maddie McCann pursued that myth and stalked the missing girl's parents and the missing girl's brother and sister by sending emails, making phone calls and turning up at their address, a court has heard. I mean, you don't turn up at someone's address, do you? I mean, where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line? She's been proven to be not Maddie McCann, but she's now harassing them with phone calls on the WhatsApp, actually getting a hold of Amelie and Sean. I mean, jurors were told there was unequivocal scientific evidence that Julia Wandelt, 24, from Lubin in southwest Poland, has no familial link to the McCanns, despite her claiming to have memories of the girl's childhood and disappearance. I think that's all part of her mental illness. Julia Wandelt is full on cuckoo nest to claim all this and go here and there and do a TV appearance and that. She's that desperate for attention because she wants to do music, OnlyFans and God knows what. Check out my videos way back. We've done all that. I mean, she is literally desperate for attention. That is it. Leicester Crown Court heard that Wandelt and Karen Spragg, 61, I think the other one said she was 60, from Cardiff, deny account of stalking causing serious alarm and distress to Kate and Gerry McCann between June 2022 and February this year. Serious alarm and distress. And that's Karen. I mean, Wandelt started audibly crying and went to the back of the dock when prosecutor Michael Duck KC said, "Can we at this very early stage in the trial make this position clear? Julia Wandelt is not Maddie McCann." Boom! There it is. And that's basically what the whole world needs to hear. They've got to take that into account and like sort their nut out. They are absolutely Fruit Loops. I don't know what to say. I do know. I mean, could it be any more obvious that she's not? But it had to be done to I don't know, bang it home to Julia Wandelt herself. I don't know. Do you think she had to hear it? Who knows? I don't get why or at what point she really had to sort it out in her own little head, thinking this, that and everything else. But she's been called out and now the court has actually basically said she is not Julia Wandelt. Maddie McCann, her name. Gets on my nerves, it does, but what can we say? If a court says it, that's it, done. Let's see how many people are online still going around saying this, that and everything else, trying to make out that she is Maddie McCann when she is not. But literally, it's there in black and white. Michael Duck KC said, can we at this very early stage in the trial make this position clear that Julia Wandelt is not Madeleine McCann? Yes, I read it twice because it's just brilliant. How are you, Mr. P? Hope you are well. I'm living the dream. I was live earlier and I'm alive now because obviously there's information finally about Julia Wandelt. And here we have it, and I don't know, I'm getting all, I'll get over chuffed. Look, Michael Duck KC, I'll leave it on screen. Look, the first thing he said, oh, marvellous, absolutely marvellous. And I mean, you have to get it going, like from the beginning of a court case, they're saying like 10 to 12 days. So you've got to get in there straight away, my friends, and say, like, from this very early stage in the trial, let's make this position clear. Julia Wandelt is not Madeleine McCann. And there's me, I was doing DNA, saying about the DNA. I was proving that the eye was totally different. Date of birth. You can't go from May the 12th to August the 20th, and she's born in the wrong year. I was saying all that, and do you know what? The amount of abuse I got was ridiculous. I've even got a t-shirt that says, Julia is not Maddie. If I actually made enough money on this channel, I would have gone to the court case. But yes, it's so blooming obvious that she was not Madeleine McCann. But the amount of people that actually believed her, like she was being platformed by Sean Atwood. So, I've not heard of this. Is someone claiming to be Madeleine McCann? Yeah, well, it was 3 years ago. Julia Wandelt from Poland decided to come out and claim via I am Madeleine McCann type Instagram account, going around saying that she was Madeleine McCann. And now she's been stalking and just distressing everyone out. And yeah, she's actually like claiming money. Like this, my favourite saying for her is this: the liar, the fraud, the con, known as Julia Wandelt. She's like, she is that far gone, it's ridiculous. But the fact that people, that they were actually commenting like on my videos, you'll see, go back a few months and that, I was talking all about Julia Wandelt going, she is not Madeleine McCann, that I debunked, date of birth debunked, DNA debunked, and people are going, she is Madeleine, so there. What are you on about? What is up with these people? So, yeah, oh man, what the heck? Definitely. Oh, Beats and Tates is back in the house. Just watching Blank Faces live. Oh, was she on? Was she? I didn't get an alert. I am actually a follower of Blank Faces live because we spoke together, live together about Julia Wandelt and that. I'll have to email her or send her a message or something and comment somewhere on her video and say her to tell her to hook up with me. We've got to hook up. Because, yeah, Blank Faces does it as well. So, oh, I like the Deception Detective. I do watch him. Was convinced the parents are elite bacons who drugged her and accidentally OD'd her. They are both anesthesists. Anything's possible, mate. Anything's possible. I mean, the abduction seems a bit far-fetched, doesn't it? I mean, how can someone be abducted and there's absolutely no evidence? Who knows? I've listened to a lot of people discuss it, and yeah, I mean, we can all speculate or whatever, but yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, and there's probably more to it with the parents. Can I say that? It's absolutely crazy. But just highlight that so you can see it. Look, that's like the best bit. The whole article. That is literally the best bit. This Michael Duck KC is a genius. I mean, you could not have a better sentence to start the whole court case. I just think it's brilliant. Like, just like let's just start somewhere, right? Let's start with Julia Wandelt is not Madeleine. Yes, well done, Michael Duck KC. You're a genius. She just finished her live on the live court updates. Oh, was she doing it as well? Oh, blimey heck. Oh, right. We're both on the case then. Oh, yeah. I'll have to get hold of her or leave a comment with her and say, like, you know, the Wizard's back on it. I had her and the real Julia Wandelt Facebook page up here, going through all the stuff, like proving that she wasn't proving Julia wasn't Madeleine McCann. Yeah, so we've done stuff before. We'll have to hook up and then even both go live or whatever at the same time or something, and bit of this and a bit of that. Or one day she can be on my channel, one day I'll go on hers. I don't know, either. I don't mind. But I need to get hold of her. But leave a message, let her know, because yeah, I've been waiting, because I haven't done anything with Julia Wandelt because there's literally nothing to say. I've been waiting for this court case, but I was thinking, I don't know why, I was thinking it was the 2nd of October, but she returned to the dock beside Spragg after a 10-minute break to listen to the rest of the hearing. All because she cried because she's told she's not Madeleine McCann, knowing full well she's not Madeleine McCann. Why would she cry? Absolutely ridiculous. Opening the Crown's case, Mr. Duck told the jury of 5 men and 7 women that from June 2022, Wandelt began attempting to persuade anybody prepared to listen that she was Madeleine. That was literally it. Anyone prepared to listen. Definitely. That Robert Inga Zyler, another Polish bloke, he's on, where is it? Facebook, and he's like, oh yes, I see it and I'm psychic and I know that Julia Wandelt is Madeleine, and he actually calls her Madeleine. He went to go see her in prison and say, I went to see Madeleine McCann today. I mean, the bloke has lost the plot. So I think it was the 2nd, it just got postponed, I think. Oh, did it? Yeah, because I swear when I was doing my other videos, like, oh, there won't be anything until October the 2nd. I swear I was saying that. So, yeah, I hope that's right, because otherwise I'm going to look an idiot on those videos, because 4 days out. But, yeah, I did originally think it was the 2nd, so I wonder why that was delayed then for a few days. Maybe what was ever going on with Manchester and etc. Maybe, I don't know. But this is in Leicester, isn't it? If I had enough money from the channel, I would have gone up there and stayed up there and gone into the court every day if that was possible. Wear my Julia is not Maddie t-shirt. It's over there. I should have put it on. Missed out on a chance to advertise it. But yeah, Julia Wandelt definitely come across as someone like anybody prepared to listen. And then who was it? Sean Atwood. Full on cuckoo nest, mate. I used to follow Sean Atwood, and the fact that he platformed Julia Wandelt, I unsubscribed. That was it. Done. But anyway, he said, i.e. Mr. Duck, Casey, her contention over the 2.5 years that followed was therefore that she must have been abducted and taken to Poland, where she lived with people who she was erroneously told were her parents. You'll see and hear occasions upon which she claims to have evolving memories of what actually happened in May 2007. She's literally just making it up. I mean, blimey, that's just, I mean, how embarrassing. She pursued claims that she was Madeleine McCann, and she pursued Madeleine McCann's parents over a period of time and pursued that myth. I mean, that it's quite scary. Imagine you're thinking like your mental health is that bad that you could convince yourself this, let alone everyone else going on like social media, even going on Dr. Phil or even Sean Atwood's show and sit there going, oh, this and that, and lie. And that Ron Swanson, that's it. He was on Sean Atwood as well, saying, oh yes, it's incredible, yes. No, you're all deluded. You're actually supporting someone who's got what I see as a genuine, serious case of mental health. There's no way, there's no other explanation. Ron Swanson. It was that Slim doing the chores. Well, I don't even know what to say about this. I know, mate. It's crazy. I've never known anything like it. Someone claiming to be someone when they've been proven to not be that person, but carry it on for years. It's disgraceful. I'm not surprised that it will end in court. Put it that way. this Karen Spragg, who's appeared with her in court, she's complicit by believing her. So I think maybe she's desperate as well for attention or something. You got people on Facebook. I tell you, the amount of insults and nasty stuff. I even done a video and had to delete it because the amount of hate I was getting because I called Julia Wandelt out as a fake, a fraud, and a liar. My word, it didn't do my mental health any good. And I was like, oh, so I deleted the video, and it had, at that point, had over 2,000 views, and I was like, that's enough. I can't take any more. I had like 300 messages, and people are just going absolutely nuts. And I'm like, I don't get it. They're calling me this, that, and everything else, and saying like I'm the problem. Like, no, Julia Wandelt is a problem. She's got mental health issues. And Sean Atwood and that Ron Swanson doing what they done and getting her on. I mean, there was loads, and he has deleted a fair whack. I've got a feeling that probably Julia Wandelt's lawyers have seen and said, could you delete that? They might even paid him off to delete it, to be honest, because I'll be like, no, it's staying up. I'll get paid for that if I was Sean Atwood, and that's why he's done it. And in it, he says, oh, if you want to help Julia, here's a link, send money. It's all a lie. Why would Sean Atwood be complicit in someone else's mental health issues and get money for her? It's fraud. She's obtaining money by deception. It's wrong. It's against the law, is it not? I'm surprised they've not charged her with anything like this in the court. But I would not be a happy bunny if I gave someone some money and found out they literally lied. Just full on lied. Let me know what you think in the comments, people. Yeah, it's crazy because Julia Wandelt is crazy. And Karen Spragg is crazy. Do you know what I mean? Mr. Duck was the chief criminal prosecutor in the mafia trial of Angelo Quack Ruggiero. Well, was he? Oh, he's got some pedigree then. Because he cares. Yeah. I take it you're being facetious. Yeah, she'll be prosecuted, I can imagine. Blank faces. I've just been told you were live talking about this. You're on the case. We're going to have to hook up and we're going to have to do some duo teamwork if you want to. Unless I'm just too ugly. I've had my hair done. I've had my beard straightened. I'm trying to look good. But, yeah, I didn't realise, Beats and Tapes, I think, he came on here and goes, I've just been watching Blank Faces live, talking about this. What? How weird that yours finishes and mine started. It's like we didn't overlap either. How cool that? That's a bit of respect, isn't it? Don't want to overlap someone else's video. But yeah, I was thinking, because around like 4:45, 5 o'clock every night, I'll be doing something to do with like updating what's going on, if there's anything to discuss, or maybe every other day. So, you know, you got 2 days worth to talk about each time. I don't know. But yeah, if you're going to be doing the old court case, because I haven't mentioned Julia Wandelt for a while. I did in the last maybe 2-3 lives ago, because I knew the court case was coming up, so I had to bring it up and get people ready, saying yes. So I've got the reptilians on the go, have you? But yeah, so I've not heard from the real Julia Wandelt, or Through the Looking Glass as she is on YouTube, not for a while. So unless I said something, I'm always good with my mouth, put my foot in it, but you know, but I don't know. But I sent her a painting. And he wouldn't try to sell another book about it. Yeah, no, he wouldn't. Yeah, I don't get why Sean Atwood and Ron Swanson were actually supporting it. They're going to look really bad. And I hope like it's not just me calling them out and saying, hang on, you supported all that. You're trying to help her raise money. You've got a lot of followers. They've all been duped into sending her money. And they're all going, yeah. Julia Wandelt is Madeline McCann insulting me, ripping me to shreds, and then we find out I'm right and he's wrong. So yeah, you got to make the most of those the alien and reptilian emojis. But yeah, that's it. The Wonderlights. Oh, I don't know what planet they're on, but I mean, even like this, like the KC, Mr. Duck, Mr. Michael Duck said, let's just start at the beginning that Julia Wandelt is not Madeleine McCann. See, in a court case, you're going to get nothing but facts. You can't speculate, lie, and talk absolute rubbish. But it's absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. I can't believe it. Well, yeah, I can believe it got this far. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, blank faces. Email me or I'll email you or something. I don't know because I don't know whether I was going to do sort of, court case day 1, day 2, day 3, or sort of do day 1, day 3, day 5, day 7 like that. So like a couple of days, because every day people might get bored listening to my voice. Plus, it depends what's going on, and it gives you time to sort of read up and obviously get it all and blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. I read this bit, but I'm going to read it again. She pursued claims that she was Madeleine McCann, and she pursued Madeleine McCann's parents over a period of time and pursued that myth. I like the way that this bloke talks. Madeleine McCann disappeared on May the 3rd, 2007. She disappeared from an apartment in Praia da Luz on the coast of Portugal. Her disappearance generated worldwide media attention. She was 9 days short of her 4th birthday. One of many tragic consequences for Madeleine's parents, Kate and Gerry McCann, has been their constant inability to escape the glare of publicity that came with the tragedy. The attention they have received has not always been compassionate, sometimes far from it. Exactly, I mean, that's why I try to sort of dull down, go full on, accusing the parents. I mean, they've lost their kid, but is there something there? But you can't ignore that fact, do you know what I mean? But trying to say it in a nice diplomatic way. But, anything and everything is a possibility at this point, because how many answers have we got? 0. Which seems a bit strange in itself, does it not? There remains a group of individuals who continue to fail to acknowledge their plight and perpetuate conspiracy theories. Unfortunately, these two defendants belong to the latter group. Yeah, conspiracy theories. She is Madeleine McCann. No, she's not. Madness is a bit off topic, but the French government... Yes, I heard. Yes, I was probably going to include that in tomorrow's live at 1 p.m. Just want to throw that in there. Boost! The real Julia Wandelt is on a hiatus, I think, exercising caution as there's reporting restrictions. Oh, I see. Oh, is there reporting restrictions? Yeah, I'm sticking to what reports come up, and that they were literally 2 minutes old. Scanned them through, went live, because I wasn't too sure. So, yeah. Come round my house like that. Ooh, blank faces on it. Come round my house, geese. Go on, geese. I can't think where I got up to. Conspiracy theories, wasn't it? You'll hear unequivocal scientific evidence in this case that Madame McCann is the natural daughter of Kate and Gerry McCann. Julia Wandelt has no familial link to them, which got proved in the DNA when she was Polish. Which I read out in that other bit, didn't I? The prosecutor said Wandelt has claimed to have memories of being part of the McCann family and remembers growing up with Madeleine's younger siblings. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Mr. Duck added, nothing gives you the right to pursue and stalk people just because you want them to bend to your will and do as you demand or request. It's basically it in a nutshell. There could never have been a legitimate belief by Julia Wandelt that she was Madeleine McCann. At the time of Madeleine McCann's disappearance, Julia Wandelt was not of the same age. Exactly. And the fact that people like Sean Atwood, I forgot his name then, and Ron Swanson, etc., and all these people that are on YouTube and Facebook and giving me a load of jip, they actually believe that Julia was Madeleine. What's going on? What is going on? I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm lost for words that people actually genuinely thought that she was Madeleine McCann. But then how many people done the DNA. I forgot my other laptop. I need it open. DNA, the eye, date of birth. I think blank faces and myself and the real Julia Wandelt, all in our own ways and in streams together, literally beyond any reasonable doubt, just debunked Julia Wandelt, full stop, end of story type scenario, if you all remember that. But I don't understand why it's still going on. That's dangerous. Celtic Knot. BBC has reported everything going on in court. Yeah, they've probably got better access to that. I've got to wait for like these little bits to come up. These only been up for a couple of minutes, like 5 minutes old or something, and I was like, yeah, I'm on it. But yeah, they probably get in there. Like I said, if I had enough money, I would have gone to Leicester. I would have stayed there, and I would have gone in the court every day with my T-shirt saying Julia is not Maddie. I'm gonna wear that next time I discuss this, just so you know, like you do. Fred Wibro, welcome, Fred. 8. I say Sean Atwell will be mentioned in the court case. Yeah, well, there was absolutely... How many videos were on his channel where he's talking to Julia Wandelt, and at least 12, I think it was. At least 12 got deleted. So you got to ask why that is. What was said? What was in those particular lives, and why were they requested to be removed? Because I remember it says like 24 videos, 12 available, or something like that. I think it was. Don't hold me to that, but it was something like that. But if you go on the Sean Atwood channel, actually I could have a look now. Can I? Should we have a look? Because he's got a playlist, obviously, of all the actual Julia Wandelt stuff, so it might actually say... I can't believe for someone who actually lies and everything, like for him to have like 1 million subscribers, it's just I think it's disgraceful. But that's what he's done it all, because he's still going to have all them believing her and say, well, you did believe her, we were all wrong, we were all duped. Do you know what I mean? Don't know how far back it goes with all his videos. I don't know if I can find them, unless he's deleted all of them. Ah, here we go. Is this it? Oh, it says 6 unavailable videos. There's 24, and now there's only 18. So that's 6 deleted there for some strange reason. So will be game over. Game over, Fred. There seems to be no rhyme or reason on YouTube rules to the rule YouTube. No, there isn't. I don't get it, because like Sean and that Ron, everything they were saying and doing and all that, and literally they're fanning the flames. It's just terrible. I thought they would have been, you know, there's me getting all shadow banned for speaking facts about everything from Islam to whatever it might be. The facts. I get shadow banned. There they are, completely lying. He ends up with over 1 million subscribers, and he's just talking absolute rubbish. I don't get it. So, but you know, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. But yeah, I do like there could never have been a legitimate belief, by Julia Wandelt, that she was Madeline McCann. No. She obtained numerous images of Madeline McCann, but also other images of the McCann family, and sought to compare them to images of herself, and doctored them, as proven by blank faces and... and the real Julia Wandelt. The court heard that Wandelt sent images to Madeline's younger sister to persuade her that they were somehow related, because she took photos of Amelie, proven by the real Julia Wandelt, and actually like put like teeth and this and that in there, and oh. Hand, yellow heart, red. It was weird. Why don't it show me the actual Emicon? Candace Owens seems to be making a fortune from Total Built. Yeah, I know. The amount of... Oh, I actually unsubscribed from her like I did Sean Atwood. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, I like to keep it real. I mean, my brain just... It's got like a built-in BS detector. But we know, like, any photos she had, she was doctoring them left, right, and centre. But there's no way they're related. You can see they're totally different bodies, different faces. I mean, Maddie's disappearance during a family holiday at the age of 3 in Portugal Algarve in 2007 remains unsolved. Yes, the trial continues. Yes, it does. See what else. There's a few different reports. I don't know if they're all going to be saying the same thing, but some bits might have little bits of information in that others haven't. But I only found 3 that were on the bottom. There's not really much. I was trying to keep all the super... Yeah, there's a few things coming in and reports and that, but it's basically everything else that... Some of these websites you go on, they're just full of adverts, aren't they? But this one, a Polish woman who claimed to be missing Maddie McCann broke down in tears as a court was told she is not the missing child. That in itself got my attention. I was just like, yes, say it the way it is. Yeah, I think it does. But I do think Sean Atwood's got that many followers and he helped her raise money, and I dread to think how much money he pulled in for her, like having her on and that. So I'd be surprised if he wasn't mentioned in court, because they're going to have to mention him. Say you're on this show, you're claiming money, which is fraud. It's obtaining money by deception. I said it earlier. I wouldn't allow it. No, 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 no. Julia Wandelt, 24, went on trial, accused of stalking Madeline's parents. She appeared at Leicester Crown Court alongside Karen Spragg from Cardiff. The 2 women are accused of stalking Kate and Gerry, causing them serious alarm or distress between 2022 and 2025, as we said. Wandelt is in custody. Spragg is on a conditional bail. And I think maybe that's got something to do because she came over from Poland when she was arrested at the Bristol airport. It's like picked up straight away. Maybe because they know she could be a flight risk. I mean, but under Britain are in cahoots with Poland and could have got her back. But yeah, I think keeping her in custody was a good thing. But anything and everything that's said now in court, they're going to say, like, obviously since February, oh yeah, take into account the, you know, time served and all that. The court heard that Wandelt began to make attempts to persuade anybody who was prepared to listen that she was Maddie McCann, and that there was a lot, wasn't there? That's the problem. There was a lot. How many people, especially on YouTube and like Facebook? My word, all the nutters were coming out like that. That Robert Ingersoller, he's blocked me. I said to him, come up for an interview. You think Julia Wandelt is Maddie McCann, then come up for an interview. And he wouldn't do it. He would not do it. He blocked me. So I asked him on a second account and said, come on. No, he blocked me. So there you go. That's how good his argument is. And he's psychic. And I see Maddie McCann in prison. No, you don't. It's Julia Wandelt, you Fruit Loop. You're as bad as Julia. And it takes effort to wade through the poo in order to find out the truth. Yeah, it does. It does. Literally, it does. I mean, I got to the truth. I was quite quick on it, and I'm like Julia Wandelt lying, eyes, date of birth, DNA. I was on it, and I was getting ruined in the comments. People are blooming nasty. I was like, whatever. The truth was harder to find than a diamond in a goat's bumhole. Yes, very true. LOS, so true. Up my arch off. But it's all going to go Pete Tong. But in a good way, because it's going to put it to an end. It's going to have to end. Prosecutor Michael Duck Casey, who from the previous report I read, I like him, said Wandelt, for a period of 3 years, pursued the myth she was Madeleine McCann, yes, and pursued Kate and Gerry by electronic communication, direct telephone calls, visits to their village, and ultimately visits to their home address. And that's another thing. Those phone calls, she's saying she didn't harass them or nothing. There's actual recordings of the telephone conversations where even Gerry hangs up and she calls him straight back again, harassing. There are actual telephone calls as evidence, like videos on YouTube. And she says, I'm not guilty. Yeah, but she thought she was Madeleine McCann, so, you know, Fruit Loop. Mr. Duck told the jury her connection over the almost 3 years which followed was that she must have been abducted and taken to Poland, where she lived with people who erroneously claimed to be her natural birth parents. She also claimed to have memories of the manner of her abduction and of being Madeleine. Fruit Loop. Absolute Fruit Loop. Mr. Duck said those memories include on occasions reporting to remember growing up in the McCann household and interacting with Madeleine's younger twin siblings, Sean and Emily. Bearing in mind that they were like literally tiny. He also said she remembered being part of a family events and very specific family events. Just complete fabrications. It has to be. There's nothing real about her. One might be tempted to think that this has some measure of credibility, but can we, at this very early stage in this trial, make this clear? Julia Wandelt is not Madeleine McCann. Boom. At this point, Wandelt broke down in tears and asked to leave the dock. The trial continues. She asked to leave the dock? Well, was it too traumatic? Did she get triggered? Just scrolling through the photos for you. I mean, wow. I can't remember nothing when I was 3. Honestly. Can't remember nothing. And I was adopted. Oh, I remember. Oh. I ain't got a clue. I could have actually shook hands with an alien. I would not remember. If they pushed a lie, they have to keep it going, or they look like the fools they are. Yep, and the court's going to do that. I mean, it was never, ever going to end up in any other way other than in court. So, I think people just want to see closure to this tragic case. Definitely. Like, the case as a whole, not just Julia Wandelt, but Madeleine McCann. It'd be nice to get to the bottom of it, honestly. But, like I say, it's a bit like Jack the Ripper. It's going to be one of them probably in 60 years' time. We still won't have any answers, but there's got to be. But that's my whole argument, right? People, you even got, what's that idiot on Netflix? The one that looks like Macaulay Culkin. Something Tyler something. Thinks he's psychic and all this, that. Not one psychic has come out and gone, I know where Madeleine McCann is. Not one. Oh yeah, but nothing. None of you are psychic. You're all liars. Otherwise we'd know who Jack the Ripper is. We'd know who where Madeleine McCann is. We'd have known what happened. A psychic would have told us. But oh look. Nobody's psychic. Funny that. Anyone who thinks they're psychic should be charged with obtaining money by deception because you're lying. Yeah. So yeah. Good memories for a 3-year-old. Exactly, yeah. Exactly that. That's what I was thinking. She's like, oh yeah, I remember like the stars and the moon and all that, and then that got debunked anyway because the night or something. So she's full of it. I can remember having it with Debbie Harry. Young boys have a vivid imagination. Yeah. Oh, Danny Dibby Doo. That's it. But that's it. I mean, 3 years old. I remember this. I remember. No, you don't. You're making it up. Absolute rubbish. All of it is rubbish. Rubbish. But yeah. But there's no way, hopefully, that people could still be going round saying, yes, she is Madeleine McCann. Because if they are, you slap. Shut up. What you on about? So, Let's show this one, see what's going on in the world. The trial of two women accused of stalking the family of the McCann. It's open at Leicester Crown Court. We've read all that. The court has Ms. Wandelt's well-planned campaign of harassment. Yeah, you could say that. That's 2.5 years. I mean, blimey, yeah. You think it might end up in court after about 6 months. Prosecutor told the court Miss Wandelt said she had been abducted and transported to Poland, and that she claimed to be Madeline. Do you think she got abducted by aliens? Let's go down and see. So they actually got it live. And that's where the prosecution was about to open the case. That's where Michael Duck said his bit. Both charged with stalking and causing serious alarm or distress. Told the court this happened both by email, telephone, visits to the home village in Leicester and visits to their home address. That's scary though, isn't it? Mr. Duck said the defendant's behaviour was not typified by an offhand comment in a post on social media, but a well-planned campaign of harassment. The McCanns had to endure not just the unimaginable trauma, but also the vitriol from some members of the public. The prosecutor said Maddie McCann's disappearance remains close to the top of the media's agenda, which has a capacity to draw enormous media attention. And that's probably why Julia Wandelt jumped in on it, because don't forget, she actually claimed to be other missing people. There's a surname Gerrick, I believe. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Obtaining money by deception, not perception. Did I say perception? Welcome, Liam. Did I say obtaining money by perception? Is that what I said instead of deception, or did it just sound like it because I talk like a muppet? I wonder why there was so much of a faff over the McCanns when so many other kids go missing. Yeah, it seems strange that, because yeah, we had the ones. Is it in Canada? But yeah, there's a few that are there's been a few cases, but they never seem to be as big as that, do they? Or is it because of the way that it was picked up? But there's some dodginess going about the story and who called who and all whatever to let the press know, wasn't it? We're taking a brief recess right now. That was at 10 to 3. As Mr. Duck Casey told the jury that Miss Wandelt is not Madeline McCann, the defendant stood in the dock and began to weep. How can hearing facts, hearing the truth, make you cry? Mrs. Justice Cutts then asked for the jury to be ushered from the courtroom. At the beginning of his evidence, the prosecutor addressed the jury and said they were going to be here for some time. Mr. Duck Casey said, "Can we at this very early stage," I love this, I love reading this bit out, "make this position clear. Julia Wandelt is not Madeline McCann. This is not an issue you are going to have to decide." Yeah, because we know. And then obviously 5 minutes later, the jury returned. We'll continue to open the prosecution's case. The judge has said the court will sit until 4:15. That's the Madeline McCann disappearance. Oh, this is what I was saying. Look, manipulated images. The prosecutors continuing the Crown's case and said Miss Wandelt sought to manipulate information, including images, to back up her unsustainable claims. Exactly that. I bet Sean Atwood's like kicking himself now. Like, oh my God, I actually believed her. Well, did he believe her? I've never actually heard Sean Atwood say, yes, I believe her, but he's platforming her. Ron Swanson come across more like he believed, didn't he? Going, oh yeah, so this is evidence, this, ooh, whatever. Oh, unbelievable. He was all like that over it. Whereas, I don't know, was Sean Atwood a bit more on the fence? He was just thinking about cashing in and having her on? I don't know. The court heard she sought information from experts and got answers that she liked. While she pursued these false claims is not a straightforward answer and something the jury will not have to answer. Mr. Duck Casey added she used images, which were freely available to support her claims that there were similarities between her and Madeleine McCann. Yes, that's when they were saying like the eyes, the teeth, and the smile or something on it. There's a little dimple. Oh, it's ridiculous. The evidence will show she obtained numerous images of Madeleine McCann and memories of the McCann family to support her claim, he said. He added this garnered wide public interest. And that was a problem. As soon as people like Sean Atwood, Ron Swanson, and even going on the Dr. Phil show and then having that, what was it, that psychic woman, Johansson, was it, or something? All those people were sort of, I don't know, agreeing or going with. That fanned the flames for her, and she was like, yes, I'm onto a winner here. That's why she wouldn't shut up. Evidence from this case is a use of images. One powerful example the court heard is that Miss Wandelt forwarded images to Madeleine's siblings. Literally got Amelie and Sean involved. Disgusting. Those images were designed to persuade that there were similarities between them and were in some way related. They had been manipulated and features altered. Exactly that. See, at least you're not going to mess around in court. They're going to literally call it all out for what it is. There's literally no ifs, buts or maybes. While it's bad, the McCann kid went missing. The investigation continues now because the family has a fair bit of money. Yeah, who they are, who they know. Plus Operation Grange. I mean, 13.2 million. That's ridiculous to be nowhere. I don't recall people ever asking why the parents left the kid unsupervised in a hotel while on holiday. I know. There were a lot of calls from me and other people that I did see saying, like, surely, like, you left your kids unattended. It's like child neglect or a form of. But maybe because obviously the child is missing, the police were like, I think they're going through enough, so they didn't bother charging them, maybe. But people were saying it, weren't they? Like child neglect. Saying, oh, had it been anyone else, you would have been charged with child neglect. Things like that. This is going to get sticky. Has Sean or the Ronster said anything about this case? Not that I've heard of, mate. Not that I've heard of. But they're going to be like, uh-oh. If they have dropped Julia's, that's not looking good. Okay, with grifting with her, dump her when it gets legal. Yeah, even that Johansson woman or whatever. But then she done DNA tests and then dropped her like a hot potato. I wonder if they will be a witness for the defence. Ooh. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I wonder. But there is no defence because, I mean, they've got her by the bag. By the bag. By the balls, I was going to say. But being a woman, maybe I'm not allowed to say that. Oh, trans. Yeah, OnlyFans, I've done a video about that. Got ribbed and left, right and centre for that as well. But, you know, call it for what it is. Just goes to show her desperation for attention any which way possible. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she did have the old Bapsters now. Yeah, can't unsee it. No, I mean, I showed some near enough sort of, you know, risque photos. You see bum cheeks, but and all that. I was just like, this desperation, it reeks. It shows her mental well-being and this and that, and it's just all horrible and wrong. But yeah. But you have to let me know, Blank Faces. Are you doing a daily live or are you going every other day? Because I might do every other day, but we'll have to hook up at some point and we can both like discuss what we think. Maybe, I don't know. The prosecutor told the court Miss Wandelt said she had been abducted and transported to Poland. What, by aliens? Mr. Duck Casey said that in January 2023, Miss Wandelt was in contact with a Polish charity established to assist with historic missing person cases and offer support and advice to people seeking those who have gone missing. Oh, this is going to remember the other names now. According to the prosecutor, Miss Wandelt said she was missing German girl Inga Gerrick, that's the one I was thinking of, or Gerrick, then Acacia Bishop, a baby from Utah in the US, and then Madeleine McCann. The charity said images formed the view that did not support her claim. So even those were absolute rubbish. That's what I was saying. See, she's already claimed to be 2 other missing people. I mean, this is more likely a case of like she doesn't like who she is or what she is, maybe. Mr. Duck KC said Miss Wandelt called the switchboard of the University Hospitals of Leicester NHS Trust, claiming to be Madeleine McCann, and asked to be put through to Glenfield Hospital. Wow. She added she remembers nothing before 2010 and had contacted both the UK and Polish police. What? I thought she remembered everything as a 3-year-old, and now she's saying she didn't remember anything before 2010. Okay. The prosecutor said this was the first attempt to speak to the McCanns, and the information was forwarded to Operation Grange. Far from being deterred, she made further attempts, but that failure, rather than stopping her in her tracks, was a catalyst for a multitude of attempts which culminated in the next 2.5 years, he said. Miss Wandelt followed up by contacting Operation Grange and telling them why she believed she was Madeleine. Her reasons included a mark in the iris of her eye, which is not even in the right place. It doesn't even look the same in any shape or form. I mean, on some you look, it's not even there. The court heard the defendant also claimed her birth certificate was a fake, and that a woman had said she had seen Madeleine in Poland, close to where Miss Wandelt grew up. Wow. Literally, like, make it up as she goes along. Telling also if there's no family representative there in court today. I wonder if her boyfriend is there. Mind you, said she was exploited and abused by him. Was it a grift? Yeah, it's definitely a grift. Yeah, well, he's supposed to be quite toxic and that, so I'm assuming he wouldn't be there. I've not heard anything to say whether her mum or stepdad's there. Maybe they're stepping back just because they've been getting hate, believe it or not. That's what I mean, saying she remembers this and that, and then 2010, I remember nothing. What? The same woman who saw Madeleine probably also saw Elvis. Yep. Elvis is alive. Oh, it's just creepy, that title. I could be your daughter. This was at 11 minutes to 4 p.m. today. The prosecution has told the court that Ms. Wandelt sent emails to Gerry McCann, Madeleine's father, in June 2023. In one email, she wrote, "I could be your daughter. It's possible I'm her." No, it's impossible. She added that people were trying to cover up the story and claimed she had the same scars in the same places and shapes as Madeleine. I think not. Mr. Duck Casey said scientific proof means categorically that the defendant, i.e. Julia Wandelt, is not Madeleine McCann. Well, there you go. Scientific proof. Oh no, but I remember. The McCanns simply ignored these claims, but Ms. Wandelt continued to engage and provoke a response. That's it. That's where it becomes harassment. I mean, literally, you have scientific evidence that proves, and you're like, nah. But claims of memories and messages to Madeleine's sister. Oh, memories. She just said like she doesn't remember anything before 2010. The prosecution is now going through contact. The prosecution is now going through contact Miss Wandelt had with Madeleine McCann's sister, Amelie. Yes. Because don't forget, Julia did claim that her mum and stepdad or whatever were complicit in helping to drug her, and they were giving her loads of drugs. And the worst thing about it was that in the Sean Atwood episode, a nurse came on and said, all the drugs you're saying you would never ever give them to a 7-year-old. Well, I researched every single drug and you would. So why is a nurse typing in, oh yes, as a nurse, an NHS nurse, which is really worrying, you would not give that drug to a 7-year-old. And it says, like, yeah, you would. So I think they're just saying things to pamper Julia Wandelt and her lies. But yeah, she literally said, an NHS nurse, you would not give that drug to a child. And then it says on it, the actual drug, when I researched it, that yeah, you would. It's used in children as young as 5, I think it said. So there you go. In one message, Miss Wandelt said, I know you will not answer me. I'm this girl who went viral saying I'm Madeline McCann. You'd be like, oh no, Fruit Loop, go away. I was rejected with no proofs and no DNA test was done. Addressing the jury, Mr. Duck Casey said she knew her communications were not welcome and that she was rejected without any proof. Sometimes you just don't need proof, do you? You just know that what someone's saying is absolute rubbish. Mr. Duck Casey said Ms. Wandelt continued to contact Madeline's sister and claimed she was her missing sibling. See, that I don't think Emily really needs that. She claimed she had hypnosis sessions and had flashbacks and that she knows so many things, he added. Yeah, all rubbish. The court heard she went on to claim she had memories of the two playing in the garden and that she was her only hope. Please don't block me. I never lied about anything, she said in another message to Madeline's sister, claiming that the media made her look crazy. No. Am I going to say it or is someone in chat? She made herself look crazy. Trying to sing again. Terrible. My bad. Sorry about that, people. Please don't go. Please don't go. Imagine that, though. Say like, the media made me look crazy. Nothing to do with the fact that you're a complete 100% Fruit Loop. You're nuttier than a Snicker. Absolutely crazy. Mr. Duck Casey said the contact with Madeline's sister, Emily, ended at the start of January 2024, but she was not deterred and adjusted her approach and her target. God, it sounds awful, doesn't it, when you say it like that? Adjusted her approach and her target. It's like really planning something, like not good. The prosecutor told the jury that Kate McCann, Madeline's mother, had not changed her telephone number since Madeline's disappearance, adding the contact details in the wrong hands made her vulnerable. Yes, because I looked at the PJ files regards to the case. I was reading some of that, and some of the stuff there you can get details which I thought they should have actually been blocked out. Mr. Duck Casey said Miss Wandelt ended up obtaining those details in April 2024 and continued to pursue her false agenda with Madeline's parents. See, things like this, isn't a lot, is it just me? It makes me angry. I'm just like, just leave them alone. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of what did or did not happen in the actual case, like for what Julia Wandelt is doing to them, you just think you're not looking good, love. You're not looking good. Just shut up, go home and sit down, get a job, do whatever. But blimey. The court heard the defendant contacted Madeline's mother's phone on 60 occasions, but did not receive a response. 60. It's like when you split up with someone, they don't want it. 60. Wow. One message read, I never lied. I'm not crazy. Please let me prove it. And then the DNA proved that you weren't. So there we go. The court heard she sent another message 2 minutes later and added, the media had made her crazy. Miss Wandelt also said she could prove she was her daughter. It's awful. Like, as a parent, I mean, having this going on, oh my word. I'll be screaming down the phone going, leave me alone, and using a few like swear words. Beep, 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 beep. Further messages are relayed to the court, including one where Mr. Wandelt asked to take a DNA test. The jury also heard a voicemail the defendant left for Madeline's mother on 13th of April 2024, lasting for 1 minute and 50 seconds. The audio goes quiet in parts. In the message, Ms. Wandelt said, I don't want any money. I just want to talk to you. Don't give up on your daughter. Call me, please. Oh, my word. That's give up on your daughter. Oh, and she don't want any money, but she goes on Sean Atwood's show saying, "Oh, this is my PayPal address, and you can donate money here." The prosecution has detailed more messages, including those about DNA tests. "Let me prove to you I'm not a liar and a crazy person. I beg you to stop blocking my number. I know things only you, Gerry, and Madeline would know," Miss Wandelt wrote in one of the messages. She's 3 years old, mate. Or she was 3. I mean, you'd have to block it, wouldn't you? Today's proceedings have come to an end. The jury has retired and been told the case will resume at 10 a.m. As the court proceedings have drawn to a close, we are pausing our coverage. That was like, as far as like the BBC, I'm not a fan of the BBC. I don't watch BBC, whatever. But that's not a bad little like the live thing going through. That's quite cool, isn't it? But 10 o'clock tomorrow, you could literally go live all day, just like waiting for them updates. But that's absolutely nuts. But there, that's where we got to on day 1. I don't know if you want daily updates or, I don't know, every couple of days or something. Or maybe I'll just have to go through like all these sort of things and see what's said. And if it's worth it, I'll go live. If it's not, I can wait till the next day and then we can discuss 2 things at once. You know how it goes. But at least I'm just glad Casey and Michael Duck said, like, let's get from the get-go, from the understanding Julia Wandelt is not Madeline McCann, and go from there. I'm like, yes, you're a genius. I mean, that had to be said, because obviously people will be like, oh, it must have been a nightmare getting a jury for that. But Slim, Mark, I took a great interest in it for quite some time. They can't go back to Portugal because the cops still want to talk to them. Oh, do they actually still want to talk to them? I know they got removed of Aguedos or as a guilty person, but persons. But because someone said that Kate was going back to Portugal like every year to a certain spot. Because they were speculating, going, oh yeah, she's going there because obviously from there she can see where like Madeline was buried or things like that. I remember that. So yeah, that was a bit weird. But yeah. But anyone want to say anything in chat? Anybody want to say anything in the chat? I don't know. Why do I keep trying to break into song? It's because someone mentioned Elvis. Look, I think I can sing now. Uh-huh. 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 That's really puffing my cheeks out. Did you like it? But yeah, that's what I heard about Kate going back to Portugal quite regularly. Who knows? But basically, obviously, you know, day 1 of a court case was always going to be like the outlining of, and I'm glad that they started with like Julia Wandelt is not Madeline McCann and everything like that. So, but yeah, if the court case starts at 10 and it finishes like it did again, I'll look at again maybe tomorrow at 3:45 as bonus, because I go live at 1 anyway, 1 till whenever, normally an hour or 2 depending on what news is going on, and then maybe while the case is going on, I'll also go live around 4:45, 5 o'clock, and keeping it all up to date with the Julia Wandelt thing, because that'd be interesting. But it seems like she broke down in tears, so she didn't like being told she was not Madeline McCann, because, like, you know, even though she knows that, if she's living another life and isn't suffering or anything, would it really be fine to take her away from whoever raised her at this point? It should be, well, you're talking like 2007, what, 18 years? So it should be about 21, 22. And then like Julia Wandelt's 24. Oh, but yeah, but there's no way. I mean, that sort of case, there's no way you would even if Madeline was actually taken and like given to someone and that, the person who actually is Madeline would know. Do you know what I mean? That sort of court case, it's hard to miss it. It's hard to miss it. So, Yeah, that's what I say. Oh, I don't know, geez. I don't know. But yeah, so what we'll have to do is Julia Wandelt course updates at 4:45. I'll have to make notes so I don't forget. I'll be like, oh yeah, I've done my live for the day, and then I forget. But I think daily. We'll try daily. I'll say daily. I don't know. Make it up so I go along. You know what I mean? But we'll do 4:45, 5 o'clock. That'll be the sort of time I'll be looking at. Once obviously I can get all the information. Once the court case finished, I've got to read everything, see what we got, see what's said. Then we can go through it. It's nice to know what's going on. All happy days. But yeah, that's cool. But I will be live tomorrow at 1 p.m. So join, jump in the chat. Happy days. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You got to like the video. Click. Happy days. But I am live Monday to Thursday, 1 p.m. Friday, 7 p.m. You can come up on screen and talk if you wish about anything you like, news related or whatever, or even have a debate. And Sundays at 3 p.m. And obviously, while the Julia Wandelt case is going, we'll be looking at 4:45 to 5 o'clock going live and keeping ourselves up to date. So happy days. So thanks to every single one of you in the chat. I appreciate it. It's been a good one. But until tomorrow at 1 p.m, that is the wizard's words.